Elon Musk discovers a retired NASA engineer working at McDonald's. What he does next is heartwarming. It was a chilly evening in Los Angeles when Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur behind Tesla and SpaceX, decided to grab a quick meal at a local McDonald's. He wasn't particularly hungry, but after a long day of meetings, he craved a simple cheeseburger and some fries. Dressed casually in jeans and a hoodie, Musk entered the fast food joint unnoticed, blending in with the crowd. As he approached the counter to place his order, something unusual caught his attention. The cashier, a frail elderly man in his 70s, moved with a precision and grace that seemed out of place for a fast food worker. His hands, though wrinkled, handled the register with remarkable efficiency. His name tag read, James Hopper. Musk squinted, studying the man's face. There was something familiar about him, something he couldn't quite place. And then, as James turned slightly to hand a customer their change, Musk's mind clicked. He had seen that face before, not in person, but in history books, old NASA documentaries, and articles about the Apollo era. Elon leaned forward, his curiosity piqued. "Excuse me, sir," he said as James handed him his receipt. "This might sound strange, but were you ever involved in NASA?" The older man's eyes widened in surprise, and for a moment, he hesitated before answering. "I was," he admitted with a small, almost nostalgic smile. "A long time ago." Musk's interest deepened. "What did you do there?" James sighed, as if reaching into the vault of his past. "I was an aerospace engineer. Worked on the Apollo missions, then later the Space Shuttle program. Spent over 30 years designing spacecraft that took men to the stars." His voice carried a hint of pride, but also a deep sadness. Musk was stunned. "And now you're working at McDonald's." James chuckled, though there was a weight behind it. Life doesn't always go the way you plan. Retirement savings weren't enough, medical bills piled up, and, well, here I am. Musk's mind raced. Here was a man who had contributed to some of the greatest achievements in human space exploration, yet he was now flipping burgers to make ends meet. It was a cruel twist of fate, and Musk wasn't one to ignore such an injustice. Without hesitation, Musk asked, "Would you have dinner with me after your shift?" James hesitated, but eventually agreed. A meal that changed everything. That evening, they sat in a quiet restaurant nearby. Over warm plates of food, James shared his story, his passion for space, his years at NASA, the joy of seeing rockets he helped design soar into the heavens. But then came the downsizing, the funding cuts, the slow erosion of his career. He had never been a businessman, never invested wisely, and when retirement came, the reality of financial hardship hit harder than he had expected. Musk listened intently, angered by how society had let a man of such brilliance slip through the cracks. "James," Musk finally said, leaning forward, "I can't let this continue. I want you to come work for me." James blinked. "What?" "I mean it," Musk continued. "We need minds like yours at SpaceX. I don't care how old you are, your experience, your knowledge, your wisdom, it's invaluable." James was speechless. "But I haven't worked in the industry for years. I don't know modern software, the new technology." "We'll teach you," Musk interrupted. "I don't care how long it takes. You belong among the stars, James, not behind a cash register." Tears welled up in the elderly man's eyes. No one had believed in him like this in decades. "Are you serious?" he asked, his voice trembling. Musk grinned. "Dead serious. A second chance at the stars." Within a week, James Hopper walked through the doors of SpaceX headquarters, dressed in a brand new suit Musk had personally gifted him. His hiring sent shockwaves through the industry. An old NASA engineer, pulled out of retirement from a fast food job, joining one of the most innovative companies in the world. Though rusty at first, James quickly adapted. He soaked in new information like a sponge, rediscovering his passion for space. Younger engineers flocked to him, eager to learn from a man who had once shaped the golden age of space exploration. Months passed, and James became more than just an employee. He became a mentor, a living bridge between the past and the future of space travel. He helped solve complex engineering problems, shared forgotten techniques from the Apollo era, and inspired a new generation of dreamers. One day, As he stood in the SpaceX control room watching a Falcon Heavy rocket thunder into the sky, tears filled his eyes. He had thought his journey among the stars was over. Elon Musk had given him a second chance. And this time, he wasn't going to let go.